Where to find frozen peaks in Minecraft. In this video we will talk about the new world generation in 1.18, how it generates with mountain peaks, where to find the frozen peaks biome, and what you can find in the frozen peaks. Let's start with the changes to world generation. Before this update in Minecraft, how the terrain was generated depended on the biome. For example, for an area to have hills, it would have to have a hills biome like a desert hills. However, in Minecraft 1.18, Caves and Cliffs Update Part 2, terrain generates before the biomes. This means that biomes are picked after the terrain. This also means a bunch of biomes have been removed from the game. It simplifies the biomes as you don't have to have a biome for flat, hills, and mountains. Now it is simplified into one biome and it will generate with these terrains in it. How do mountain peaks generate in 1.18? Part of this is that mountains have been changed. Now there are 6 sub-biomes added to mountains. There are 3 biomes that make up the mountain peaks, frozen peaks being one of them. The other 2 are jagged peaks and stony peaks. The mountains have one biome for the peaks or the top of the mountain and another for the slopes, the bottom layers of the mountain, or plateaus. What is the frozen peaks biome? The frozen peaks will be found as a mountain peak. It is more likely to generate in taller terrain. It can pass the clouds and can peak at 256 vertical position in the world. However, it can be lower in the world. The frozen peaks will have stone, snow, a layer of snow, and packed ice on the surface. The packed ice is meant to represent glaciers. The other spots where packed ice can be found are icebergs and ice spike biomes. The frozen peaks will have ores like iron, coal, and emeralds, but they will be hidden under the snow. Unlike the jagged peaks that will have more stone exposed, the frozen peaks will have some stone exposed, but it will mostly be under snow blocks. Although coal, iron, and emeralds can be mined in the mountains, the fact it won't be exposed on the surface means it will be harder to mine. Both the emeralds and the iron will have a batch where the best spot to find them is at 256, which could be a frozen peak if it generates that high. Emerald ores can only be generated in mountain biomes. All of the ores can also be mined underground. The coal ore has a batch that is found at level 95, but is 50% less likely to generate exposed to air. The frozen peaks also have infested blocks. These are blocks that have silverfish in them that will break out of them when mined and attack the player. Using a pickaxe with silk touch can prevent the silverfish from breaking out, although they will still be in the block. Silverfish are a hostile mob that only has 1 attack strength, but they can summon surrounding silverfish to break out in a range of 21 by 11 by 21 from infested blocks. Where to find frozen peaks biome? It should stand out from the other mountain peaks, stony peaks, and jagged peaks. Jagged peaks are similar, except they won't have packed ice. Stony peaks will be mostly composed of stone, like stone, andesite, granite, gravel, calcite, and ores covering the surface. The frozen peaks are uncommon and can be found in snowy, cold, or temperate biome clusters. The biome clusters are meant to have similar temperature biomes next to each other. This means frozen peaks can appear in most biomes except for the warmer biomes like savanna, badlands, and desert. Mobs in the frozen peaks biome. The only passive mob that spawns in the frozen peaks is the goat. The goats can also spawn in the jagged peaks and snowy slopes, both of which are mountain biomes. There are 2 types of goats, ones that don't scream, and then there's a 2% chance there will be screaming goats that will make a lot more noise. The goats when killed won't drop anything. The goats can be milked similar to cows with an empty bucket to get a milk bucket, which can be used to craft cakes or drink to remove status effects. Goats can jump up to 10 blocks high. You can prevent them from doing this by having them on honey blocks. The goat's jumping is used to cross holes or jump over powdered snow. If a player is standing still, the goat can ram the player from 16 blocks away. This will deal 9 blocks of knockback, which could make them fall off a mountain. The goats can be led with wheat. If you feed them wheat, they will enter love mode and breed with another goat. Even though goats will ram, they will flee if attacked. The only structure in the Frozen Peaks is the pillager outpost. The pillager outpost will have a loot chest in it. The outpost is guarded by pillagers who are hostile illagers that can be equipped with crossbows. If you kill an illager captain who is holding an ominous banner, this will give you the bad omen effect for 5 Minecraft days or 100 minutes. The bad omen effect will trigger a raid if you enter a village. You can remove the bad omen effect by drinking milk.